Downtown Phoenix on a bright and sunny day as we come to you from Arizona. Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Phoenix Suns against the Los Angeles Clippers. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Williams.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, since Devin Booker's been in the pros, he's been able to show his ability to create. He said at Kentucky, all I shot was catch and shoot threes. I was fitting in with my team, playing off of others. But my dad always taught me the fundamentals. I don't want to rely on one thing. Being good at everything is how you earn your spot on the floor. Kevin?
He's doing it all, D.A. Thanks. A lot of great rebounders tonight, Brent. Which brings up a question these days. Why do fewer players seem to be blocking out when rebounding?
Well, there's less and less opportunity to get the type of rebounds, Kevin, that we've seen typically through the years that are in the paint. How many times are these guys shooting field goal attempts from so far out that the ricochet off the rim is allowing these rebounds to get to what we call the moon,
right
around the free throw line and that dotted line from the free throw line. So guards and wings swooping in to pick up non-traditional boxed out rebounds.
Team rebounding.
Team rebounding is a huge aspect of any good team. Offensive rebounding has gone away.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Harrell, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac, and it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Kelly Oubre out there with Diallo. And it's Ayton in at the center position. Leonard the pass to George. Over Booker, 6 to shoot. And that one's good, George.
His range goes out a lot further, but didn't need to on that possession.
Now, here's Rubio. The feed now to Oubre. Beyond the arc. And Rubio gets it to go on the assist by Oubre.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary. Even more difficult to defend.
No question. When he is connecting from those kind of spots on the floor, it is just a huge boost for what they can do offensively.
And here's George after the three-pointer from Ricky Rubio.
Yeah, Paul George anticipating contact, preparing for it, and just how smooth the finish was that, Kevin.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And whether or not he's making shots, you have to love what Kelly Oubre brings on defense.
Yeah, the versatility on the defensive end, maybe to a point, Kevin, where he can guard the 1 through 4 position, has this coaching staff excited.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good, Oubre. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
And here they go. And Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, Ayton out there playing poker with the flush.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And Beverly kicks to George. Here's Zubac. George trying to break free. Zubac no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Back to Booker. Pass to Ayton. Shoots over Zubats, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
Now, Booker is a special offensive player, can score, and starting to show his playmaking.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. And here's Beverly. Playing Memphis, he was nearly unstoppable. Here's Leonard. Goes back up. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Clippers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Leonard hits them both.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
5 on the clock. Booker outside. Over George. No good from Booker. Clippers trail by 3. Ball's knocked loose. Beverly the pass to Leonard. Here's Harrell. Lays it up and banks it in.
When the shot's going up, it's fun to watch the way that Montrezl Harrell will attack a rebound, crucial to this offense and his production.
Now here's Booker. 17 points for him last game against the Utah Jazz. Pass to Oubre. And here's Diallo. He's covered by Leonard. The Suns need to get a shot off. Rubio, another 3 for Phoenix.
Shooting 4 or 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 4. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And in that one, the backups came to play. Gave the team an infusion of points that just put them over the top.
Well, I talked to the assistant coaching staff. What they were stoked about is that the bench guys came in and played well. So punch off the bench, a big factor in that win.
Clippers trail by 4. Leonard looking over the floor. Shoots over Oubre. Again, the Clippers.
The defense just pinballing off of the frame of Kawhi Leonard, determined to score.
Beverly against Rubio. On the wing, Booker. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here's Beverly. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And up the court come the Suns on the break. And there's Booker on the assist by Rubio.
Booker right now finding some room out there behind the three-point line to get himself going.
For Los Angeles, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. And the pass to George. Fades and shoots. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Booker finds Rubio. Passes to Ayton. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Ayton pouring a foundation there on the inside, just living in the paint.
Clippers trail by 7. Here's George. Pass to Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Phoenix with the ball. After the basket by Los Angeles. And it's good. 2 points. Ayton's got 10 points.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Back to Beverly. Booker against George. Just 5 to shoot. On target from 13 feet. 6 points for him.
That's a reliable offensive option right there. Shooting with consistency as Paul George can get you from a number of spots.
Rubio against Leonard. Here's Oubre. The shot missing. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really free throws were the story.
No good from Zubac.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
2 shots.
Every shot in his arsenal,
Elbow.
Devin Booker,
2.
is pretty impressive. He can shoot it from deep. He moves well without the basketball. He can create with others. He is a young offensive force and is an interesting player to watch in terms of what develops next.
The first one falls. And Brent, with Booker, the ball handling and creativity he has puts him among the elite guards in the league.
Yeah, you wonder if Phoenix can find a way to get some more talent around Devin Booker. What happens when all of the attention is not on him? He's already proven he's a great scorer. Where else can he go?
Both free throws good from Booker. A break for the Phoenix Suns with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought. There is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
Now here's Williams. He's coming off a 13-point game against Memphis. Here's George. And Baines pulls it down.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
To the inside. It's stolen by Morris. George with the ball. He's another guy who had a stellar performance in the win against Memphis.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Now here's Bridges over Jackson. Here's Baines. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Marcus Morris picks one up there. You've seen a lot of teams over your time that have been terrific starting a season, then just fall apart second half of the season.
Have you seen it, Kevin, happen with teams that have really good veteran players? I've seen it with young teams.
Yeah, unravel. I mean, it's painful to watch. None come to mind, but I'm sure you could start to find teams that are 10 wins below from one half of the season to the next.
And some of that we know. It can happen with injuries to a star player and you just are dismantled. But a lot of times...
Like the Pacers with Oladipo.
Yeah.
They were a different team the last quarter of the season.
It's a great call, Kevin. But a lot of times it happens with young teams because if you get off to such a hot start and it's a bit unexpected, there's going to be a lot more attention on you. And you start to feel like, oh, well, we've arrived. This is easy. We've done this for 35, 40 games. No problem. Well, the league figures you out. And a lot of times young teams that have early success are probably the most susceptible to this lemmings kind of falling off the cliff type of deal.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Green makes it off the glass.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Charge outside. They get a hand on it. Back to Bridges. Lets the 3 fly. The Clippers grab the miss. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And it's Shamet missing. Suns leading by 9. Bridges passes to Kaminsky. Over Green. The fadeaway. Morris with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Shamet. Drops in the tray.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Jerome. He's coming off a 10-point game against Utah. Green with the rebound. Shamet on the wing. Clippers moving the ball around. Morris kicks to Green. Here's Williams. No good on that one. And Phoenix the other way now. Now Bridges. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Gets that one to fall after missing his first two. 1 for 3 from the field.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Shamet on the wing. Covered by Sharch. Morris against Bridges. Morris passes to Williams. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
How about the focus there from Sweet Lou? Simply incredible at finding ways to convert through the contact.
Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial six-man of the year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
Now, here's Bridges. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. A minute 50 left here in the first quarter. Here's Shamet. Rebounded by Kaminsky.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Bridges shot. Good. .133 left in the first quarter of the game. Outside Williams. And it's blocked. They retain possession. Morris with the bucket. We've got 1:18 left in the first. Here's Jerome. He kicks it to Bridges. Pass to Kaminsky. Down low. It's stolen by Green. It's stolen by Kaminsky. Here's Sharch. Green with the rebound. Green's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. And that one's good. Shamet. And now it's just a 4-point Phoenix lead.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. .44 seconds left in the first quarter. Inside. Here's Sharch. Gets that one to fall after missing his first two. 1 for 3 from the field.
And how about capitalizing there in close? Saric has the touch to take advantage from just about anywhere.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Williams kicks to Jackson. Shamet on the wing. Left side Williams. That's tipped. Jackson against Bridges. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, drawing fouls and making them pay at the line.
For Phoenix, they have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from Bridges.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
Williams in the post. Bridges with the board.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Suns lead by 8. 2K Sports back to Phoenix after this. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me in my darkest days. I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine. So.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
You know, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Suns, Aaron Baines out there with Kaminsky. Then it's Bridges. Then it's Dario Saric. And it's Jerome in at the point guard. And the Clippers making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. And the basket by Kaminsky.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Clippers trail by 13. Shamet the pass to Green. He dishes it to Jackson. Shoots from 12. No good off the back of the rim. Phoenix has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Here's Bridges, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. There's the foul against the Clippers.
Well, Mikal Bridges tagged as a 3-and-D type player in the draft, still finding his way a little bit in terms of the NBA offensive system and where it is that he can be effective.
And that one falls for Bridges. Well, this team looking to utilize Bridges in a number of roles as he learns.
Yeah, Bridges maybe has to take a back seat to what Ayton and Booker do for this team. It's a nice spot to settle in as the attention is on those two players. He can carve out a nice role here and continue to improve on some of his weaknesses in the offseason.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won 6th Man of the Year for the 3rd time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Clippers trail by 17. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And the Clippers miss again. And it's Phoenix's ball. They're rolling here with a 9-point run to the left side wing. Unable to get that one. Good work defensively by Morris. Jackson in the corner. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And Green slams it in.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Ayton finds Saric. Off target from outside. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. 15-point game.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
For the Clippers, Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Green. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Landry Shamet. The Suns have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Puts it up from 12. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 5th rebound in this one. Leonard, no luck.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
The pass to Booker. Passes it to Rubio. To the paint. Shot clock at 6. Here's Diallo. Offensive rebound. Ayton. Second shot opportunity. Great D that time from Harrell. Clippers trail by 15. Beverly looking around. Here's Morris. And the shot is long. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And there's Ayton, and that's good on the assist from Rubio. Rubio's got his 4th assist in this one. Clippers shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Bounce pass from Beverly. Here's Leonard. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Here's Booker. The shot is good. It's his 2nd bucket in 5 tries.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Beverly. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pass to Harrell. Now here's Leonard. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
He has the size and can get up quickly. Ayton with the throwback. Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Now here's Beverly. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Jackson in the corner. Pass to Harrell. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And with plenty of games still ahead, here's a quick rundown of the power rankings thus far. You look at Brooklyn. They're stuck in the same spot, but still a top 10 team.
You know, for the Suns, they've gotten into a bit of a rut. The season hasn't gone as they had hoped. You just get the feeling that they're somewhat discouraged right now, and that has them with an inability to break through.
Now here's Booker. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. Rubio misses. Outside Leonard. The pass to Jackson. Knocked away. Booker against Beverly. Booker the pass to Rubio. Passes it to Diallo. 5 to shoot. Here's Ayton. A second chance effort, and it's good on the way in. Ayton's got 14 points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And when you watch DeAndre Ayton, you really are just floored by how he moves. The amount of speed and agility he has for a player as solid as Ayton is doesn't come around very often.
Oubre's checked in for Bridges. The Clippers also changing it up. Zubats is checked in for Marcus Morris. And it's Paul George in for Leonard. Here's Jackson. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. And those physical attributes of Ayton are so imposing. Greg, who does he remind you of?
I mean, for current players, you see a bit of Embiid and how they both move so fluidly for 7-footers. From the past, I see a bit of David Robinson in his game.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Booker outside. Pass to Oubre. Rubio looking around. Pass to Diallo. Over Harrell, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Clippers trail by 20. Jackson up top, defended by Booker. Harrell. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Now here's Ayton. 14 points for him. Oubre, good.
Got to know the scouting report. You do not want Kelly Oubre to establish confidence in catch and shoot chances. Knocks it down.
And here's George. Second chance shot. It's tipped, and he recovers it. Count the basket. George has got 5 points in the quarter. On offense, here are the Suns. They're on a 19-7 run. Oubre outside. Booker against Jackson. Here's Oubre. No good on that one. And the Clippers will come the other way. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
Now here's Booker. He's got 9. Down low. Oubre can't get it to go.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Booker against George. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Well, there's no doubt that Devin Booker possesses a lot of great talent. The question around the league is, when the team becomes competitive that he's playing with, can he consistently carry the load on his shoulders?
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Faster pace now, Brent, in the NBA. This has become an endurance sport, and well-conditioned athletes are a must.
Obviously, Kevin, over the past couple seasons, the pace has picked back up. It's very reminiscent of the early 80s when you had the Lakers running, the Denver Nuggets running.
Yes.
You have these teams that are just flying up and down the floor. So as a fan, I think it's a wonderful opportunity, especially the closer you can sit, to watch a Russell Westbrook, to watch a Paul George, to see a Giannis get up and down the floor with such fluidity and grace and skill set. So the game opening up has also opened the eyes to the fans about just how great the athleticism of NBA players is.
So for Phoenix, their last game, a loss to the Jazz in Utah.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Well, let's hope there isn't any carryover from that letdown in this one.
The Clippers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. First free throw is good.
Now, what sets Lou Williams apart right now is his confidence. This guy is a gunner who comes in and believes that he's going to score. He often does.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. JaMychal Green comes in for Harrell, and Landry Shamet subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Now here's Oubre. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Here's Baines. Ayton with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against Utah. Now George from the arc. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Booker finds Baines. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Clippers trail by 20. There's Shamet. They get it again. Zubats. Another shot. Green for 2 points.
hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Here's Jerome. He's covered by Shamet. Oubre outside. And there's the pass to Jerome. Booker outside. From past the arc. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Yeah, and that one way back in the first quarter is the three-pointer that has been his only one of the night.
Green inside. He's covered by Ayton. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Kaminsky is checked in for the Suns. Sharch comes in for Oubre. Suns leading by 18. Sharch outside. Here's Kaminsky. The Clippers grab the miss. And 1:01 left in the first half. Shamet kicks to Zubac. Pass to Green. It's George on the wing. Over Sharch. George, no good. Phoenix has gotten into trouble with the three ball in the second quarter. Only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. And the rejection by Zubac. To the middle. It's deflected. And again, the turnover by the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Los Angeles. .30 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Jerome. Pass to Saric. To the inside. To end the cold streak. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
First one falls for him. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And here is Los Angeles now. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Now, here is George. From deep three-point range, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. The Suns on top, opening up a huge gap. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Ricky. Bench has always been an issue here. When they produce like they did in the first half, how does that help you?
It's amazing. That means like we have a deep bench, and then a lot of work from the staff, from the everybody of the team, like doing extra work and winning games.
Trying to change the culture around here. Thanks, Ricky. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. I guess Shaq's not here today. If your name is Kenny the Jet Smith, raise your hand, please. There. And I'm Kevin Harlan. DeAndre Ayton was on fire in the first half. He had 16 points, 2 block shots, and 1 assist. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. Kenny, let's start with you. What did you think about the Suns?
The big fella, DeAndre Ayton. He's showing us why sky's the limit in his potential. Great mobility, skill, works hard, made some momentum-changing plays in the first half.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
Well, their sloppy play really surprised me, especially the turnovers. No matter who they had out there, they never seemed to be on the same page. Their only hope is to make every possession count, and that means taking care of the ball.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. DeAndre Ayton has been sensational.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
Yeah, guys like him love to stuff the stat sheet. He's doing it here.
Here is Rubio.
Interesting that Phoenix has gone through all these different iterations since the loss of Hall of Famer Steve Nash, but this young core potentially coming together where they've bookended their front court and their back court with Ayton and Booker.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, they've got Paul George. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley, and it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And here's Beverley. He brings it up for the Clippers. Well, Brent, looking at the Suns' future, Ayton's development could really determine how far they rise.
I think it's not all on his shoulders, but certainly as a big guy out there, to have a presence on a nightly basis and some consistency is the challenge for DeAndre Ayton. He has all the physical tools and by all accounts has the work ethic to go along with it.
Now here's Leonard. Over to the left wing. Zubac finds Harrell. Over Ayton. And it's Harrell missing. Suns leading by 20. Got a piece of it. Diallo the pass to Booker. Pass to Ayton. 5 on the clock. And the rejection by Zubac. And it's Ayton missing.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
And it's Beverley missing.
Well, if they got a favorite play, Kevin, it might be time to break it out. 0 of 4 to start it.
Stolen by Zubac. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That's foul number 2 for him. And here's Beverley. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. There's the pass to Leonard. Looking to get it going.
And this feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Clippers trail by 20. Over in the corner, Beverley jacks up a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. For Phoenix, they've gone 0 of 4 from the field in the second half. Yet to find the mark. Beverley against Rubio. Passes it to Booker. Oubre outside. 6 on the shot clock. Ayton kicks to Booker. Over Harrell. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Now here's Rubio. He's got 6. Pass to Oubre. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Phoenix no good that time either.
Been a struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, he can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
And stolen by Booker. Rubio outside. Stolen by Beverley. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Player salary is obviously a large investment, Brent. What are some other investments that owners can make to help their team get better, either on the floor or off?
massive one, Kevin, obviously, is in terms of your players' wellness and what it is that you're doing with your physical therapy staff, your strength and conditioning staff, because you want these guys available at the best and maximum potential physically that they can give you. A lot of teams, quite frankly, in the past couple of seasons, Kevin, looking into other ways, holistic therapies, mental approach that they can have mental wellness for their players as part of their programming. So teams that think you build some beautiful practice facility and just let the guys go bounce the ball around and shoot are absolutely missing.
Yes.
Yeah, they're missing the boat on what it is that their players require, need to be complete as people.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
And here's a look at some numbers for Leonard.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Suns leading by 14. Here's Rubio, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
You know, for all the talk about Rubio's passing, I think one thing that gets overlooked is his defense. Both his on the ball and defensive rebounding are very strong for the point guard position.
Now here's Jackson, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Harrell finds Morris. Outside Jackson. Leonard with the ball. Outside George. Misses the 3. Down low. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Jackson with it. Pass to Leonard. Shoots over Oubre, and Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Jackson. And it's 8 points for Leonard.
Count on Kawhi Leonard to work as much as he needs to get to the spots on the floor where he can be successful. He's a good shooter from mid-range.
Now here's Diallo. No points in the game yet for him. Ayton, the pass to Diallo. Great D that time from Harrell. And stolen by Ayton. Here's Diallo. No good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Jackson in the corner. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Diallo. Diallo's got 6 rebounds in the game. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Friday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Sunday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers. And the first one drops. So for the Suns, Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. And it's Saric in for Kelly Oubre. Both free throws good from Bridges. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Can't cash in from close range. Suns leading by 17. Out to the wing. Left side, Saric over Morris. Phoenix, no good that time either. Los Angeles has gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. And that one's good, George.
What awareness there from Kawhi, waiting for his teammate to break free and then finds him.
Rubio against Jackson. Rubio, the pass to Saric. Up top, Rubio. Guarded by Jackson. For 3, Bridges. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You look at the Clippers. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. And checking out Phoenix. Just need to take it a game at a time.
And right now for Phoenix, they're already looking to the offseason. And that's a shame. Their fans deserve a little bit more from this team.
The body language right now kind of telling the story. Losing takes a huge toll on you, especially during an 82-game grind.
At the number of trades now starting to involve stars, it feels like the league's power balance is always shifting to some degree.
Yeah, and I think organizations that are trying to stay ahead of the trend, Kevin, might think about, we might have a star for just 2 years. How can we get the next one? Backside of that, Kevin, is a lot of these star players are signing deals that are not extending to 4, 5, 6 years. You can't even do that anymore. So you get a guy for a couple years. What he wants to do is maximize his earning potential for 1 or 2 seasons, become a free agent again, and then look around the league where opportunities not only to win, but to also cash in. That's what's happening in today's game.
Suns leading by 13. Rubio outside. Saric outside. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. 8 points for Dario Saric.
It does so much out there to stretch out the defense, and he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
The Clippers shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. On the wing, Williams. Some solid defense from Saric.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
He just bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right here. Here's Williams following the score by Phoenix. In the corner, it's Morris. His 3-pointers off the mark. Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Rubio finds Kaminsky. Chalk up 2 there. Kaminsky's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Williams against Saric. Here's George. That one's off, still out of sync. Suns leading by 20. Here's Kaminsky. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
Williams passes to Harrell. Poked away, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Saric. Making free throws a big key for any team. Let's see the best in the NBA. The Suns number 1. The Clippers in second.
Both teams really well served to be very aggressive attacking the rim because of how well they shoot the ball at the free throw line.
Bridges against George. The shot will not fall. Now the Suns take it the other way. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. Here's Bridges, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Clearly a foul.
He's made all 6 of his tries at the line so far. And he makes the first. Los Angeles making a switch here. Green's checked in. And he makes the first, but misses the second.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
And Phoenix has possession after Lou Williams was able to get the 3 to go. Jerome passes to Saric to the wing right side. Baseline try. The Clippers grab the miss. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
Jackson has the open look. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got assist number 5 here tonight. Here's Jerome. He has 6. And the pass to Baines. And here is Sharch. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Shot clock at 5. Jerome passes to Sharch. Phoenix no good that time either.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Suns leading by 17. Here's Jerome.
Now a chance to see the numbers for George. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. 5th in steals and tremendous confidence and consistency at the foul line. He ranks among the top 15 in free throw percentage.
And back to what you said, top 5 in steals this year. Quick hands and great anticipation. The first one falls, and the Suns making a change here. Booker's checked in. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. And so he hits both. There's a minute 47 left to play here in the third. Williams from outside. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Sharch passes to Jerome. And that one drops for him. Jerome's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Clippers trail by 21. Williams with a clean look buries the long-range jumper.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Phoenix has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Here's Booker. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Passes to George. There's the 3. Jerome with the rebound.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Wow, wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And he knocks down the first one. Ricky Rubio checked in for Phoenix. The Clippers also changing it up. Leonard comes in for Green, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. And so he makes both from the line. Here's Williams. He's got 10. Pass to Zubac. 27 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Williams. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Suns leading by 18. Rubio dishes to Sharch. Booker in the corner. This one for 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got assist number 8 now on the night. Now George from deep. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Phoenix with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Aaron Baines. Frank Kaminsky is out there with Ayton. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Saric in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Here's Kaminsky. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Second shot opportunity. Shoots it. Down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
For so long, the U.S. has been the country to beat in international basketball play. But there are some big-time challengers around the globe emerging.
Well, Serbia and Spain continue to be competition that the U.S. takes extremely seriously. And I'm not saying they don't take everybody that they step on the floor against with tremendous amount of respect. We know from years in the past that Argentina had its golden age with the players around Manu Ginobili and Oberto and Nocioni, but that seemed to be a timing thing for the Argentinian national team. Spain and Serbia will continue to be impressive and continue to push USA basketball in these international tournaments and Olympic play.
And now it's Leonard running. Here we go.
Look at that.
It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim with that finish.
Rubio against Beverly. And Saric kicks to Oubre. Saric trying to break free. Ayton. Oubre outside. Tries again. Saric trying to break free. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Oubre right there, just not afraid to take it at the defense.
Free throw, good, Oubre. You know, the NBA not the only league with great players and great play. Talk about some of the other prominent leagues around the world. There's some terrific competition.
There's some great competition overseas in the Turkish leagues. Some very good players that play in the Russian league. There are some great players who are coming out of Australia, and we're actually seeing players now skip playing in the G League to go down to Australia to start their development and professional careers. So when we talk about the world game, Kevin, we're not joking around. It's a very real thing, and we continue to invite the best players that we can find, and they come from all over.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
Now, quiet is Kawhi Leonard, but don't let that mistake itself for a lack of competitiveness. He has that desire and drive to continue to get better.
Leonard hits them both. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Oubre outside. Booker looking around. Rubio against Beverly. Pocket 6. Oubre. No one around him. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got his 9th assist in the game now. Beverly the pass to Leonard. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Diallo's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Rubio. Booker trying to free himself up. Rubio misses.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Oubre finds Diallo. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. Booker outside. Ayton trying to break free. No good from Booker. And the foul's on Sheck Diallo. That's foul number 2 for him. Brent, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I got to do it at home. And so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with the media.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Pass to Leonard. To the paint. Here's Zubac. He gets it in there.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
Now, here's Rubio. He feeds it to Booker. Leonard against Oubre. Over Leonard. And he can't bank that one in. And stolen by Ayton. A slam dunk by Diallo.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
Here's Beverly. When people talk about a player's mileage limit, do you think total games is the most accurate assessment?
I don't think so, Kevin.
What is it?
It's the amount of minutes that players play.
Yeah.
I mean, there are plenty of studies out there that teams are digging around on when players reach. And trust me, they got to be lucky, but you're talking 35,000, 40,000 minutes in the league, that the body is just not capable at that point of replicating the things that it's done year in and year out. So forget about the games. Go to total minutes played. That's where you'll find the biggest fall off for some of your favorite players that have amused and entertained you for years.
Interesting. You throw good, Paul George.
You wonder if Paul George finally has a situation here where he can show why he's an elite player, why he's an all-star, but to pay off how hungry he is to prove it with a late postseason run.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Jonah Bolden's checked in for Ayton. Johnson comes in for Kelly Oubre, and it's Carter in for Devin Booker.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
And here are the Clippers now, following the score by Phoenix. Here's George. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. George has got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, you'd like to push Paul George out of the paint if possible. Goes into his bag of tricks to score that time.
2 points. That one goes.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Now the pass to Kabengele. Here's Magruder. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And that one's good. Shamet.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Now, here's Rubio. Passes it to Bolden. A slam dunk by Diallo.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
George. Pass to Magruder. And they pick up 2.
6'4" Magruder out there, comfortable on the inside, had enough room to get that one to go.
Here's Rubio. Diallo was second chance points on the tip in.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now here's George. Cabangeli passes to Noah. Brent, when we talk about home court advantage, do you feel it's the same as it used to be? It has that same impact?
I do think it's still hugely important, Kevin. It's less important when there's a team that has been together for a long time and has proven that they can take their wares on the road and come home with a victory. But it absolutely gives you a level of comfort as a player to get into your routine, to be at a place that seems familiar. Something deep down psychologically helps every member of that team being at home.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And it's the Clippers with the ball. George finds Leonard. Takes the 13-footer. Carter pulls it in. Phoenix has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Pass to Johnson. Stolen by Zubac. The finish, and the dunk by Zubac.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
The defense producing easy looks. It just helps you conserve some energy for late in the game.
Now here is Carter. Here's Bolden. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Stolen. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Diallo the pass to Johnson. Here's Jerome. He's covered by Leonard. The pass to Diallo. Just 5 on the clock. From deep. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Carter's got 5 points now this quarter. For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the 4th. Pass to Morris. Kicks to George. And the contract structure for NBA first-rounders, 2 years guaranteed, 2 years of team options, qualifying offer. Brent, should we consider changing that up?
I think it's working pretty well, Kevin. I think every front office is out there trying to find players out there that are giving you value beyond your contract. And that happens a lot when you're a team that has a first-round pick, 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and you hit on a draft choice. You potentially could get 3 years and sometimes 4 when you have incredible players coming into the league as their first year, changing franchises around. But a player that's providing way more value than the contract that they're getting at that time. So I don't see that changing much. It gives teams a long enough time to evaluate the talent coming in.
Seems to be working.
It does. And the players that prove it are looking at the calendar saying, could I fast forward 3 years? Because I really like to cash in on what I'm doing for you.
DeAndre Ayton's checked in for Diallo. And George drops them both.
Yeah, sometimes in a game you settle a little bit before settling in, and right now I think he's a big factor in how they're getting to the line.
Pass to Bolden. Back to Carter. Got a piece of it. Now here's Shamet. Outside for George. Cans it from downtown. George has got 8 points here in this quarter.
And right now, the torture chamber that Paul George has put the defense in is paying off for his team.
Here's Jerome. And Carter has it in the corner. Shot clock at 6. Lets it fly from 18. That shot is off. And the Clippers will come the other way. The three from George. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Well, Paul George just felt out the defense there. And because they weren't close, he could just pull up.
Suns leading by 23. Carter outside. .135 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. George, look at that.
Yes, sir. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Suns.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for DeAndre Ayton.
And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Suns. Pass to Jerome. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Can they get it? And the basket by Kaminsky.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
And that one's good, Shamet.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And here we go. George heading to the hoop.
Oh.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Here's Jerome. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you next time.